morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to take a good old look at the products which are going to be coming for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet base set. And something we need to bear in mind here, nothing is a given. If Pokemon are going to be changing stuff around, if they're going to be adding new products, dropping old products, etc., the time to do it, the best time to do it, is when you're launching a new generation, a new block, call it what you will. It's kind of the point, because nobody's going to really mind. It's going to seem like a normal thing. You cannot drop products that people are used to in the middle of a generation. I mean, you can, but it's just weird. So a lot of these are going to sound very familiar, but it's still important to talk about them because there's no guarantee at this stage that anything is going to be surviving the jump over into the Scarlet and Violet game. You know, we are assuming at this stage it seems very, very much like Pokemon V's are gone, Pokemon V Stars are gone, Pokemon V Maxes are gone, and Pokemon V Unions are gone, and we know that they are being replaced with Pokemon EX and Terrestrial Pokemon EX. So in terms of the kind of cards we've got, yeah, things are changing, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting very, very different. So like I've said, let's not be taking anything for granted at this stage. Let's go and have a look at what we've got listed. And the first things that are listed are probably not going to be terribly surprising to you. We've got listings for booster packs and sleeved booster packs. And if we use Silver Tempest as an example, we unfortunately don't have images of the Scarlet and Violet stuff, just listings on websites. But we can have a look here and see that they are basically the same kind of product. The difference is that the booster packs are just your regular booster packs, 36 to a box, etc. Whereas your sleeved booster packs have that cardboard sleeve, and you don't find them in booster boxes. You'll find them hanging up on pegs in shops like Walmart and places like that. Although remember, we talked about this before when Scarlet and Violet was initially revealed. The price of booster packs is raising. In the US, we're going from an RRP of $4 to an RRP of $4.50. But there's now going to be free foil cards per pack. And all cards that are rare or above will be foil. Although we haven't had it confirmed about reverse holos, so I'm suspecting here, this is not confirmed, this is a prediction on my part, but I'm suspecting that what's actually going to happen is here, you're going to have essentially 2 holo rares and then 1 reverse holo per booster pack. That is not confirmed, but that is what I'm assuming. Regardless, I am more than happy to pay a small surcharge on the price of these boosters, because honestly, in Sword and Shield, I have had a bunch of packs which have just been non-holo rare and a terrible reverse holo, and I paid like £4 for them. So if you're telling me I'm getting 2 holo rares, and all I've got to do is pay an extra like 50 cents, yeah, I'm good with that. Now, we do have official descriptions. They're not terribly exciting. The booster, it says, each Scarlet and Violet booster pack includes 10 additional game cards. Now with 3 guaranteed foil cards per booster, all cards of a rarity of rare or higher will now be foil. We knew all of that. And then the sleeve booster says exactly the same thing, but it adds in, sleeve boosters feature a regular booster pack sealed in a cardboard sleeve. Cool. Now, another product we were very much expecting to stick around is Elite Trainer Boxes, and we do have a listing for the Elite Trainer Box here. Now, we've had these for a long time. These actually started, I believe, back in X and Y, and then went through Sun and Moon, and then went through Sword and Shield, and now they're in Scarlet and Violet. But again, if Pokemon are looking to make big changes to their product lineup, this is the time they would generally do it. So as I keep saying, let's not be taking anything for granted. Now, it is important to note that we've not seen a listing for the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Box, which of course is something we will be expecting. But please do bear in mind here that we wouldn't expect to see that listing. Because the Pokemon Center exclusive one, and this might shock you to your very core, are exclusive to the Pokemon Center, so we wouldn't expect these. We wouldn't expect these to be popping up on a distributor website, because distributors aren't selling them the Pokemon Center is. It's like how we have those products that are exclusive to Walmart, etc., and we don't ever get an announcement about them. They just turn up in Walmart. Same thing here. When we get the product lineup officially announced, it will probably include the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. For the time being, that is not something we would necessarily be expecting, so it's really not a particularly big deal. So this is going to be the usual thing. Now, we do have a description, 9 booster packs. Remember, this is a change. They would usually be 8 booster packs. They are going up in price. We're getting an extra booster pack. Now, it says 65 card sleeves featuring Alolan Vulpix. That's clearly a typo. They were the sleeves for the Silver Tempest Elite Trainer box. I cannot for the life of me imagine that's actually going to be true this time round. That's clearly a typo. 45 energy cards, a player's guide, 6 damage counters, a coin flip die, 2 acrylic condition markers, a collector's box, and a code card. Now, it does say usable in TCG Online or Live, which is really interesting because, generally speaking, now they're focusing purely on Live. And we could make a big deal out of the fact that, hang on a second, are they saying that Pokemon TCG Online is staying around for a while? Nah, it's probably a typo. It probably just means Live. I can't tell you for absolute certain, but again, they got the wrong Pokemon down there for the sleeve, so I don't think we should read too much into this, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we should read too much into this at all. Sorry. As for the Pokemon Center exclusive, remember it always has extra stuff, but the extra stuff is not necessarily consistent between sets. Over in Silver Tempest, we can see the lineup on the screen here. You can see the comparison, and you'll notice there was an extra set of Lugia sleeves, there was a Vulpix coin, there were 2 extra packs. And for an extra $10, it's probably going to be something along those lines. And to be fair, 2 packs, a set of sleeves, and a coin for $10 is not terrible. But we're going to have to wait and see when they actually reveal. But the fact that Elite Trainer boxes are staying around, the fact they're a bit more expensive, got an extra pack, etc., this is all stuff which is, moderately important. Now, the free pack blisters have gone and been confirmed. And we got the description here, which literally just says, each free pack blister includes 3 10-card Scarlet and Violet booster packs and a promo card. Here's what's really interesting about this, though, and that is we've not had much time. So if we take, let's keep using Silver Tempest as an example, because I think that's a pretty fun example. We can see that the free pack blister promos gave us a Manaphy that was a Korokoro promo and an alternate art to Getic, which was a gym promo over in Japan. But that Manaphy was a bit of an older promo. And we tend to see that these promos are slightly older promos. And that's interesting because, and I don't think this is particularly, I should say, the Togetic is also from Astral Radiance, which is 2 sets before Silver Tempest. And we got the promo in Japan about the same time, so we're talking about like a 6-month-old promo. And then the other promo, which again is a little bit older as well. And my point here is, generally speaking, these free pack blisters give us older promos. Well, they can't really give us older promos because they're not going to give us Sword and Shield promos in a Scarlet and Violet set. That's not generally the kind of thing they tend to do. So what that means is, where are the promos? Now, we know there is actually a promo pack which has already been confirmed for Japan. It's the one that's got Cyclizar EX and a bunch of others. Don't actually expect Cyclizar EX to be a free pack blister promo. That's not the way it works. But it's probably going to end up being like those kind of promos, which is going to be a lot earlier than we usually get them. But my point is, there aren't any others. Like, what other ones are out there? It's kind of got to be Scarlet and Violet promos, not Sword and Shield promos. But we don't have many promos hanging around because the set's only just started. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it's that whole Lucha I showed you the other day. That's the one that is being given away as a promo when you head on over to tournaments in Japan. And actually, to be fair, that's got a phenomenal ability that drops a damage counter on each of 2 bench Pokemon when you bench it. Really good card. So maybe it's that. Again, it's way too early. It's way earlier than we would usually expect to get that promo. But maybe that's the kind of thing. Japan, and you'll notice it is actually promo number 34 in Japan. So they've been dropping a bunch of promos. Usually we have to wait a little bit longer. But we haven't really got the time to wait here, so, that's where we are. Now, we've also got the check lane blister, and this is a very similar thing. And I'm not going to talk about this for too long because it's basically exactly what I just said about the free pack blisters. There's almost certainly going to be two different kinds of them. They come with a 10-card booster pack and a cool promo. It's almost certainly going to be exactly the same kind of thing. There's probably going to be two of them. But again, if we look at Silver Tempest as an example, they came with slightly older promo cards. Not ones that had just been released over in Japan. So for Silver Tempest specifically, they were a couple of gym promos. We had an alternate art Cranidos and a Hisuian Basculin. Both of them have been gym promos over in Japan. The Basculin was a brand new card. And these, again, were older promos. They're promos that Japan had had a little while earlier. And that kind of made perfect sense, because that's the thing they usually tend to do. So it made sense that that is what they would do here. I mean, the Cranidos, as an example, again, was a card from Astral Radiance, or an alternate art of the one from Astral Radiance, which was 6 months prior. But we don't have Scarlet and Violet promos from 6 months ago, so they're going to have to do a similar kind of thing here. And actually, we can keep this going. So we got the check lane blisters. Sorry, the premium check lane blisters. These are the ones that have one booster pack and free promo cards, except they're not really free promo cards. It is an evolution line, but they're not actually promo cards. They don't have promo numbering. They don't have alternate artwork. They are literally just free reprinted cards. But again, we tend to get all the cards coming in. For Silver Tempest, we saw the Magnezone and the Gallade. But, and you've probably already guessed it at this stage, these aren't cards. These aren't evolution lines that came around in Silver Tempest. They're from Astral Radiance, 6 months prior. But they can't do that here because they're not going to give Scarlet and Violet sets Sword and Shield promos. That's just not how they generally tend to work. So are we just going to see Scarlet and Violet evolution lines just whacked in here normally? Maybe is the honest answer. That might be something we actually see happening. I don't know. I wish I did. But that is that is a pretty fair assumption. Now, the last thing we've actually got to talk about, and that is very important, is the Build and Battle Stadium box. Because you get yourself 2 Build and Battle boxes, each containing a 40-card ready-to-play deck, which isn't actually what they contain. You get 4 packs and a bunch of evolution lines that you use to make a 40-card deck. Again, I believe that is a typo. And 1 of 4 unique foil promo cards, 4 additional booster packs. So you get 12 in total, 4 in each Build and Battle box, and then 4 extra. And then 121 energy cards, and then some dice and all of that. It's a Build and Battle Stadium exactly like we've had in the past. It is exactly what we would generally be expecting. For me, the most important thing here is Build and Battle boxes are staying around. You still have 1 of 4 promos, almost certainly alternate arts of cards from Scarlet and Violet. And this, for me, is a pretty big deal because I love those Build and Battle boxes. I love the pre-releases. So I'm delighted to see that they are, coming back or sticking around, depending on how you want to look at it. I, for one, am absolutely delighted. So no, not a huge amount of brand new products we've never seen before or anything like that. But still very, very important to see which of these products are actually coming and which we can start getting a little bit excited about. And you should know by now that excited I very much am. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these you're excited about. Tell me your hopes and your dreams for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts or answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us about Pokemon, or honestly, it doesn't even need to be Pokemon. It can be anything you like. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Landon Dastrup, who has been one of our biggest supporters, well, pretty much since we started, and is a very, very lovely person indeed. So shout out to Landon for the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.